Hey everybody, Randolph Closet here. Going to take you along with my little journey that I've created for myself. Recently quit my corporate job where I was deeply unhappy. I put my 2-week notice in and they got big mad. Let me go on the spot. So here I am. We are now full-time clothing resellers. We dabble in a few other hard goods if we can make a good margin on it, but bulk clothing. I've spent a couple years now just slowly building and creating systems and watching you all on YouTube, learning from you, and I'm ready to take it to a next level. So I've pursued buying out a former reseller for the last year. He's had a large unit in my area. He's posted it on and off for sale on Facebook and then decided to open it up and let people come and just kind of pick through it. That was a couple weeks ago, and I show up and I'm the only one there. And it's never been listed online. It's only curated for going to markets, vintage festivals, that kind of thing. And so I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. He had got some lowball offers, and so now I'm parked outside right now. We're going to go in and get our first look at it as my unit, and we're going to move it all over to my facility that I've created, and I'll show you that in another video. All right, we're at the unit. This is going to be our first look at it. Here we go. This is the designer rack. We got the button ups. All right, we got the first load. We got 140 knits and 180 button ups. We're gonna go ship our orders from last night, and then we're gonna go over to the new unit and start setting this up. All right, we are at unit number 1 right now. This is where all the magic happens, where I currently run my business out of. I decided to swing over here. I got a couple more orders to ship out while we were on our drive. Wanted to show you this unit so you can see the consolidation into the master unit. We're gonna consolidate this unit and that clothing unit I just bought into one big unit. I got some cool pieces here I did want to show you though. We got a vintage new tags with the old JCPenney tags on it for 140 bucks. Chiefs Mirage jacket. It feels and smells new. This is a little grail here. We got an Elton John embroidered Saturday Night's All Right for fighting leather jacket, and it does have the tags on it with a really cool embroidery. Then I got some Carhartt here. These are all made in the USA. We got a Burberry duffel coat. We got another Burberry duffel coat, LL Bean chore jacket, a couple more Carhartts here. These will all be going out here shortly. This is my little workstation over here. We got the power generator, we got the Wi-Fi going, the printer, laptop, scale, all the stuff. About 1,200 unit items. This is kind of my hard goods section that I'm phasing out, shipping area. This will all be getting consolidated into another unit over there. All right, we're over there now. This is the new unit, the master unit. It's a 15 by 35. We got power. Got a couple new racks here. We're gonna do racks all the way down this whole side here. And then back here in this corner, probably get a little couch and a lamp. And then this will all be the clothing that I just bought. We'll stage here for listing, and then it will go into the rack inventory system. All right, we got our orders dropped off at the post office. I bought my postman a pair of pants and told him that I found them at the thrift for him. He was commenting me on my work pants the other day when I was at my real job that I just quit, about how much he liked them. They were just a pair of cool pants, the Deceptors. And so I bought a pair for him, and then I told him I found them. And he was so stoked because he was talking about how he couldn't afford them. He's just the post office guy, right? You got to take care of your post office guy. If you're not having your orders picked up at your house from the post office, you should be taking care of that person. But if you're going into the post office with big bags, you better be taking care of the people behind the counter. You better be buying them chocolates and candy at Christmas. You better be getting them gifts throughout the year, because they let you in. They let you cut in line. Come Christmas time, when there's 20 people in line, they see me walk in with those 2 big bags, they stop what they're doing and they open the door for me, and I go in the back. You got to do it that way. All right, we're at the unit. We're going to go in. We're going to start getting into the jackets. I'm going to show you some. There's some good stuff in there. All right, we're back at the unit. We got a little more breathing room in here. The cool thing about this unit is I also got all the stuff that he used to set up his market. Ring lights, tables, racks, hangers, signs, mirror. This is what he had up when he opened up the unit for people to just come and buy, and I was the only one that showed up. We're going to get into some of these jackets back here. The racks on the far side over here are all designer stuff. It's all designer. It's Armani, Dior. Where's this? Her. You know. We're going to get into all that. If you're interested in any of this, a few pieces or a large lot, feel free to message me. There's a whole 2 racks of women's clothes. We got racks of Carhartts here, leathers, shot bombers. It is primo curated stuff. It's never seen eBay. Hit me up. All right, let's look at some of these here. Vintage Dickies. What's a collab? Oh, Dawn. It's a Big Mac jacket. So these are all just kind of a bunch of mids. I mean, nothing great. The good stuff's in there. We're going to get back there. Saving the best for last. All right, we're outside. We got our 6th rack here. This is mostly women's stuff and a few men's items. But if you're a whatnot seller or a women's clothing item seller and you're looking for a bulk clothing lot, hit me up. I can send you some detailed videos and pictures of what's in here, and we can make a deal. So make a comment, give me your contact info, and let's talk. The final boss. It's the final rack. A lot of women's stuff, a lot of women's designer stuff in here. The Chanel. Brunello Cucinelli. Oh, it's a Burberry dress. My wife might like that. Shout out to my wife. Being so supportive through this process. I couldn't ask for a better woman. She is off the charts right now. Purple label. Ralph Lauren women's jacket. Leather. Oh. Stop it. Stop. Banger. Vivienne Westwood, Milan. I'm not gonna open that up. That was heavy though. Giorgio Armani, Christian Dior. 3-piece. Get out of here. Christian Dior. Christian Dior. Burberry. Escada. Escada. Oof. Vintage Christian Dior, look at that. Gucci, Burberry's, Gucci, Dior, there's some firepower on there, that's for sure. We're almost out. All right, we got our 4th load. We're grabbing some lunch right now, and then we're gonna head over to the main unit. We're gonna unload this. We're gonna do a full update on total cost of goods so far. What about the total time can I get set for you? Yeah, may I have just a beef soft taco and a medium spicy tots, please. A beef soft taco and anything else for you? Yeah, 1 sour cream and just 1 hot sauce. Oh, medium spicy fry, a sour cream and a hot sauce? Yep. So 94 at Thank you so much. Taco time. If you know, you know. All right, we're back at the unit. We just had our lunch. We went through that amazing designer rack back at the other unit. That's all in the van. We're gonna unload that. But first, I wanna give an update on what we have in here so far. Right here is 434 pieces between the light jackets here, all of the leathers and the Carhartt jackets, all of these light jackets, the military stuff, which I'm gonna do a full video on just the military jackets, and then all the Carhartt stuff I have. Then we have a full rack of the knitwear here, and then all of the button-ups. That's 434 pieces. We're gonna unload the designer stuff and give you an update then. All right, we got it all unloaded here. 8 racks total, 656 pieces counted so far. And the one rack that I wasn't very happy with, this women's rack that I went through out in the parking lot, I just had to look again real quick. St. John, St. John, St. John, St. John, St. John, St. John, St. John Sport, St. John, another St. John with tags, Marnie. Awesome. So we have all of these bags here and all of the totes that I'm about to go pick up. And once I get done with that, we'll do a final recap of every item here and a total cost of goods and what I paid for the entire unit. Well, everybody, there it is. The final haul. I brought it all over in one day by myself with like 6 loads in my minivan. Some absolute treasures in here. I have not done the final count yet. On the hangers is 656 items. There's that whole rack right here of designer stuff. It's just Chanel and Burberry. Bunch of Carhartts hidden over here. Leathers, piles of leathers, piles of hunting jackets, tons of incredible military stuff for another day. That's a collab. All right, y'all, I'm signing out after an epic day. Until tomorrow.